See, that's why you bag it. That's why you bag it.
Oh my god. Wait. I need more.
Yeah, you do.
That instantly burned.
Okay, we're back. 715 podcast, new studio, different setup. It's a different vibe. It's a summer vibe that we're going for here. We're back with Gage Bosher. We just wanted to get back out, get another podcast out. You know, Jackson and I mentioned a couple episodes before this one that, you know, it's about 8 episodes that a podcast starts to fizz out, and we want to make sure that we don't fizz out, and the 715 is here to stay. We will not need the bag, and we're not fizzing out, as we like to say. So Gager's hopping on with us today. We're just going to kind of shoot the breeze and kind of go with the flow here today on the podcast. So Gage, thanks for hopping on, man.
Glad to be here. It's always a pleasure, boys.
I will say probably the one we've prepared for the least.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. We're the
They
least
shoot
prepared.
from the hip, and you know what? That's what podcasting's about sometimes.
Yeah.
It's got to happen.
Yeah.
I would also like to add, before we start our convo, our latest episode, I believe episode 21 with Yash, is now our most streamed, most viewed on YouTube, and most liked episode that we've done so far.
Awesome. Shout out to Yash Menda.
Yeah, shout out.
Get out the views from India. He said he was going to get the views for us out there, and he must have.
He brought the views.
Nice.
So what, can you kind of share those statistics, Jackson, if you know those out the top of your head? Or?
No, I don't know them.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just notable.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a while since we've done an episode for like 6 weeks or something. It's been a pretty busy time of year.
Yeah, graduating. Yes. We all graduated. Jackson graduated early, but
he did.
We all walked on that dreaded cold, rainy day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, we had our graduation May 27th?
Something like that.
Probably. 25th? Something.
Probably.
Somewhere in the middle of late May.
Yeah.
And it was 40 degrees and windy and kind of rainy for our graduate. Yeah, it was terrible. But we did it. We got the fake diploma. We got to go pick up those in another month or so.
Yeah.
But we're now high school graduates and Memorial alumni. So if that feels weird,
yeah,
man.
But you still have baseball games and stuff.
Yeah, and so that's the weird thing is I've kind of parted my way with the academic side and the building side of Memorial. But every day I got to put on the cap, and actually I get to put on the cap, go out and play baseball for the old Abes, and so now we're kind of deep into playoffs, hoping to make a run here to the state tournament in early July, late June. So
nice.
Yeah, I just got done with practice. If those of you viewing it can't tell if my face is as red as my red shirt right now.
In the sun since 11?
Yeah, been a long day. But that's what summer's about, man, is just keep going and
those long
just brute through the sun, because come the cold days, you'll want those back. So,
oh, yeah. God, those cold days come and they stay, so.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Those grad parties are pretty weird, because you're going to these things and you're like, I may never see half these people.
I know.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, just making the grad party runs. So do you guys have a system down for grad party, like going to different grad parties and like... Are you talking about the all-night grad party or like individual grad parties, Jackson?
Well, I guess some of both.
Yeah.
I guess some of both.
Yeah.
I was more speaking on the grad parties people are having, with their families and stuff.
Yeah. And then, so what the cool thing is that I've found is you get like a group of 3 or 4 guys, you all carpool, right? And then you just try to hit like 8 in one day. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a scummy thing to do, but I'm going to just lay down the secret right now. 10 minutes in and out, boys. Ready, go. And that's what we do. We dap the guy up, dap the guy, hug the girl, whatever we need to do.
Yep.
We see him, see the graduate. Hey, congratulations. If you see the parents, maybe congratulate them, which feels weird. Like, what do you say to a parent who just had a kid that graduated? Do you congratulate them?
I don't know. It's always like it's nice to see you.
Yeah, hey, good to see you, Mr. Blah, 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 Mrs. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't need to call me that. That makes me feel old. Oh, whatever. I'm a respectful young man.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, sorry. So. But then you get the free food, maybe a cupcake here or there, and then a cup of lemonade, and you call her good.
Oh, so you do get some food in the 10 minutes.
Yep. Oh yeah. You
load
gotta. Usually, you gotta try one thing because each grad party, has something different to offer, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you try something different at every one. Someone has their own specialty or whatever they got.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, dude, it's grad party season and it's the thick of it right now. I think last weekend was the busiest weekend. We had like 8 in one day.
Yo. I know. I feel like kind of a shitty person. I only stopped to like 3.
Okay.
Because it's just weird. Like I just have been busy, or like I fill up my days, and then I'm like, oh, because there's a window, right? Like everyone's like 2 to 6 or something like that. And I'm like, oh God, well, am I like my cousins or something? I just feels bad.
It's weird because they're all different types. There are ones that are super public, and there are ones that are incredibly private. And if the time listed at the beginning, like that's the time you show up because it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and the time slots are weird too because, I feel like I want to beat everyone's, but then if I want to beat everyone's and you kind of got overlapping time slots,
you gotta pick
then I'm the mean guy that's there for 10 minutes stealing your food and then dipping. But to be fair, I'm going to someone else's usually. But it's draining, man.
Yeah.
And it's all the small talk stuff too, which is easy because we have these podcasts where we go pretty deep into stuff. Yeah. And so you do these surface level conversations, and it's like,
what are you gonna do after high school? All that type of stuff.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it's all scripture.
Oh yeah, it really is. I'm pretty sure. So I had my grad party. And it was fairly busy, new people coming in and out. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many times I said the same line. Oh yeah, the move-in date will be August 6th. We'll go up there.
I don't know why that's the most interesting question that people are.
I know.
It's always the move-in date, not where are you going, not what are you doing. Oh, when are you leaving?
Yeah.
It's like I probably won't see you again anyway. So
yeah, I know. But yeah, it literally does
leaving.
become a script after a while,
Yeah.
and it's just like, all right, let me go take a break and just have my own mind and my own thoughts for a while. And then you go back into the robotic state of, oh, hey, how are you? Haven't seen you for a while. Oh, yeah, it'll be August 6th. Good to see you. There's food over there. We'll talk to you later. Hopefully.
You got it down already.
Yeah.
I can tell you were doing that.
Oh, man. I was doing that for 3 hours, and it gets so tiring. But it truly is good to see some of the people that you haven't seen for a while.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think it's even cooler to go to these grad parties knowing that we only had like 2 weeks as a senior class to really be in school with one another.
Sure.
And Jackson, like 0.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see people that you haven't seen for, weeks or months even. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a really weird feeling. It's exciting. Me and Jackson have talked like multiple times, like, like the Snap Map. On Snapchat, we're like, we want to see like everyone just kind of spider web out, like just see where everyone goes and just kind of like not stalk, but just be like, oh, what's he doing in like, what? Why is he in the South?
Yeah.
Like, where does he go to? He's going to Alabama. Like
goes
all
to
that.
school in Las Vegas.
Yeah. No,
or it'll just be all Minneapolis. And then,
it'll be a lot of Eau
There's a
Claire,
lot.
Madison,
Madison area.
Yeah, but no, we always kind of joke about that. Like, who's gonna be that random person? We're like, they're in the completely other side of the country.
Yeah,
like,
I was just thinking about that the other day. I don't know who I saw. There was someone. I think it was someone from like GRB that I knew that was literally across the seas in like Europe or something. And I'm like, I ain't stopping until my Snap Maps guy is the only Snap Maps guy on the other side of the world, and I'm all alone by myself. And when you go to the rocket view of Snap Maps, all you see is Grant on this side and everybody else on this side. So yeah, that's something that I've thought about too, man.
We could also talk about the grad party that was after graduation.
Yeah,
the big one,
the all night grad party.
Because we had this guy had a little extra festivity in his step.
That's true.
Are you talking about the hypnotist
I am
thing?
talking about the hypnotist.
We can give a little run of the night. So it was a grad party hosted at Action City. It's kind of like
where the fun never stops.
Where the fun never stops. It's like an arcade.
Which is so funny because I think we had our 5th grade graduation party.
It came full circle.
Yeah.
It came full circle.
I mean, that's like the backbone of Eau Claire.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like a arcade and go-karts, mini golf, that type of thing. It's called Action City. It was hosted from, when was it? 11 to 4. It was 11 to 4 a.m.
Yeah. Yep. Check-in started at 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like the window where like you couldn't leave unless like you had to, pretty much. And there was just like everyone got like a card and you could play like as many games as you wanted, and everyone kind of did their own thing. They opened up like this trampoline park thing at like 1-ish, 2.
Through,
1-ish, 2. But then right at the very end, the last half, I think it was the last 2 hours, there was a hypnotist you could go to in another room, and it was a huge like participant like section of chairs. Like everyone, it was a pretty small group. Like all things considered, probably like what 70 kids in there, if that.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's probably a good number.
And then like he picked like I think 25-ish to
Yeah,
sit up
probably.
and get
Yeah, that's
hypnotized.
good. Yeah.
So everyone started raising their hands. Sure enough, Gerber goes up there and he sits right square in center, and he sort of starts doing his thing and gets everyone under like hypnosis, and has like this light and this calm, soothing voice. And then he
did not have a soothing voice at all.
No, he did not have a very
when
good
he talked
voice.
soft.
He tried to. Yeah, he tried
Okay,
to.
okay, maybe his voice wasn't soothing, but when he would talk soft,
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
be like, listen to my voice, like all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so then like he kind of did that for a while. People were starting to
Uh-huh.
kind of get tired, kind of like loopy out of it.
Like a third of the people.
Like a third of the people.
Yeah, and he would like tag people out, wouldn't he?
Yeah. So if like he could tell that people like weren't hypnotized, he'd just get them out, just to like keep the show on the road.
Is that cheating? Kind of. Is that? Would a true hypnotist take a participant out?
That is a good point.
I don't know. All right,
But he never called himself a true hypnotist. Remember how he kept doing that? He kept saying like, "I'm not an actual hypnotist. I just do this for like a hobby."
Farmer or something?
He was like a pharmacist or something. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't there for like the first half. I was playing Guitar Hero with Phil.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Of course.
Because it was empty, so the Guitar Hero was completely open.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So you can take it
keep
from
going,
there
Gabe.
because
Keep going.
okay.
Keep
So
going.
he got kind of everyone into the loop. The lights went off, and he was just doing his thing, and then you slowly started to see people really get into it because everyone in our senior class is pretty familiar with each other for the most part.
Yeah.
Enough where like if one of your good buddies was sitting up front and like he wasn't out of it, like you guys would be making faces, like being like, "This is crazy." But like some people were like looking into like the audience, like at friends, just like out of it and like no emotion. Like it was really impressive, I thought.
Yeah. The
Grant really
format
fell
of it
into
was
it.
really weird because it was like him telling stories, but it's almost like those like VCR recordings of you're climbing through the jungle, there's a tiger or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's what the format of it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like interactive stories.
For us at least.
Yeah.
I
And
don't know.
so I say like okay because I really don't recollect a lot of
Yeah.
it, and a lot of it has been third told of what happened there
Sure.
and like what really went down. But yeah, I'll kind of give my sense. So I sit down, I sit right in the front, and I'm still debating on if I'm going to even raise my hand because I knew he was going to come in, ask people, do you guys want to do this? And then I was just like, you know what? Yeah, sure. And I was kind of getting tired. The night before was a late night for me, so I was running on like 5-6 hours of sleep. I had baseball practice,
And it was 3 a.m.
I actually had a game, I think. I had a game the day before, I think. And then it started to be, 3 a.m. and it was getting late and I was getting tired. And I started to get tired up there, and then I just listened to his directions is really all I did.
Yeah.
And when I did that, I mean, from what I've heard, I just snapped out and I was just out of it. He so he went in a progression to slowly get you deeper and deeper. And so first he just had you close your eyes, and I remember all this. Had you close your eyes, and then he like turned up the light in the room or something, and he's like, "Now you're getting really hot. Do you guys feel this getting hot?" And I'm like, "It actually is kind of getting hot." And I think anybody could really do that to anyone, really.
Yeah.
You shine a bright light in someone's face, they're going to get hot. You turn that light off and you say the temperature's dropping, they're probably going to feel like it gets colder.
Sure.
And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, maybe my senses are kind of off. I'm kind of tired. But then the last thing I remember is he's going around and he's making like his weird noises to try to really get people like deep.
Yep.
And I just remember every time I heard that noise, I was like, I kept getting deeper. And then the last thing I remember was him he yanked my shoulder, and I that's literally one of the last things I remember.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it was really weird. And then I don't know if you guys want to explain. You guys could probably explain it better on like what I had to do.
Oh, I could explain the latter half. I
Yeah.
can't speak to the beginning of it. It was weird.
Because if you explain what I'll do, I'll try to kind of explain why I was doing it, or my thought process of what was going on.
The thing that was weird was, as an audience member, I didn't even understand the instructions that he was saying.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know how anyone who's like sleeping is going to understand any of this.
Yeah.
But he did this thing where he gave you hand sanitizer and paper towels, and then he was like, oh, you put on the hand sanitizer and you rub paper towels, the paper towels turn into money, and you have to hide it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for like most of it, like 45 minutes, you were putting on hand sanitizer and stuffing paper towels in your pockets.
There was like a time thing where it's like every 5 minutes you will spray this liquid gold hand sanitizer, and when you rub it with paper towel, it becomes $100 bills. And you don't want anyone to get this from you, and you'll do anything to protect it. So, like, every 5 minutes, I mean, because Grant, was in that trance, and everyone else was in another one. So it was really funny, because, like, everyone would be doing their own thing. Like, it might have been, like, fishing or something even, and, like, Grant's just sitting there, he's like, rubs it, and he's like, squirrels away, like, the paper towel, like, it's actually money, and, like,
well, here and that's the weird thing, because it looks like I'm totally awake, right? And I felt like I don't even know how to explain this. I was there, like I knew what was going on. I could see everybody, I could hear things, but he told me what to do, and I was doing it, and I couldn't stop. and I heard from people that I looked kind of pissed off in the moment.
Yeah.
And that was like my subconscious mind trying to figure out what the hell was going on with my body, and like, what am I doing? And it didn't turn into money for me, but like it had value, right?
Yeah.
So like I didn't, and I knew like this guy like can't know this, that I have something valuable. And that's like all I can really remember. Like it's kind of like a weird dream where, I got out of there and I had no idea what happened.
Yeah.
And then people started telling me what was happening, and I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember that. Or like, you know how you'll be in a conversation and somebody will say something and it sparks something.
Yeah, exactly.
I just had a dream about that the other night, you know?
Yeah.
It was a lot like that, and it was just something so weird. But then I got home and I felt like I was just got out of like an 8-hour nap.
Yeah.
And I ended up falling asleep that next morning at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
It was something unreal though, dude. And I wasn't like I didn't think it could happen. Like I didn't think it could happen like it happened. It was weird.
I mean, even when I walked in, like most of the people up there, you could tell were like just having fun. Like they would follow along with what he was saying just for fun.
Yeah.
But they
weren't out of it.
Yeah. I couldn't control. I knew I wasn't gonna fight it. Yeah. But at the same time, I knew if I wasn't going to get deep into it, I wasn't going to, go up there and fake shit.
Exactly.
Like, that's not what the point is.
Sure.
I'd rather watch someone who's actually in.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I guess I got in and...
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. It was notable.
It was.
That's what people were telling me.
Yeah.
That like... Because I feel like a lot of... I try to mingle as best as I can with a lot of my classmates, and a lot of those people were telling me, like, dude, you did not seem like yourself.
Yeah.
No, exactly. A lot of people lose, like, their, like, key traits and, like, personality.
Yeah.
Like, when they fell under it, because my girlfriend Savannah got called up.
Okay.
And, like, I just know her to a T.
Yeah.
And, like, I know her well enough where she'd be insanely embarrassed to do certain things in front of people. Just because she's kind of shy sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Especially in front of all your classmates.
Yeah.
It's natural. I would be, like, embarrassed to do half the shit that he was telling you to do, too. And, like, she got out of it really bad, too. I mean, I took, like, a bunch of videos, and my phone actually died, which is sad, because I only got, like, half of it. But, there were so many moments where I was like, she would never do this. She would never do this. And she's just, like, zoned out a bit, like, following his directions. It was really cool, though. No, it was awesome. I thought that grad party was awesome.
Yeah.
Or that lock-in, I should say, yeah.
And they do that every year for the seniors at Memorial, and it's normally held at Memorial.
Yep.
And they do huge giveaways and stuff. But I think with COVID, they had to do it at Action City.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a bad solution.
No,
it wasn't. It was a great time.
Always trying to find ways, and I think that's a thing that the staff did the whole entire year, was just try to find ways to try to make it more manageable for kids.
Of course.
As best as they could, whether if it's at
I did think it was
City.
a little interesting because right when I walked in, I had my mask like at hand, like actually putting it on.
Yeah.
And when I saw staff walking around without a mask, like it was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Kind of getting back to normal.
How nice is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it was insane. Like the shift from an insane isolation with masks to open to the public, no mask. Like obviously certain businesses have requirements still, which is fine. but it's almost like a shock.
Oh.
It's like
it is
as much of a shock to go back to normal as it was to go to like pandemic rules, like CDC rules and guidelines. So it was really exciting though. It was like the first time I was
I
we're finally
rejoiced.
out of it. I was like, we're finally kind of out of this. Like, it felt normal.
Yeah.
Like the no masks, just people in groups
It just,
talking.
and I think it started off. What did it start off with? Double vaccinated and double vaccinated people can now hang out outside without a mask. That was like the first thing. That was like the first thing, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, it's happening! It's happening!" And then like 3 weeks later, just mask mandate removed, and we're like, "Let's go."
Well, maybe I don't know. I think everyone just kind of stopped doing that, and then they're like, I guess.
Because when the enforcement's low, people are bound to just like, all right, let's just do it. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but it's nice though. I feel blessed to consider that a thing of the past for the most part.
Now.
Truly,
For now.
Bitch. Watch your mouth.
What is it coming back?
I don't know.
You better
I hope not.
You better not jinx it.
Oh God, we got to go into quarantine. Everybody, there's a new
COVID
2021.
He's so shitty.
No, but there's like a funk going around. Like, I don't know if I should actually talk about this now that we're. But like, I feel like we haven't been around each other for so long. Now we're like in groups again, and like people are kind of getting sick. Like, no surprise there.
No,
but like, it's what kind of happens when you don't hang around people and then you try to again.
No, the grad party was especially interesting for me because I hadn't been in school for 6 months, and when I was in school, the like 3 months before that, I only saw half the people in 4 different classes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just paraded the grounds. I probably talked to 50 different people.
Bet.
And now I have a bunch of promises to fill before I leave.
Yeah. I'll see you soon.
I'm like, damn, I just want to fucking play Minecraft or just stay home. I want to go to bed. Like, I don't... I want to play Sea of Thieves with Gage.
I know. That's this game.
Now I got to go out. And
I don't want to go to that barbecue. I'd say I'd go to with you, man. Sorry.
Another
nothing
grad
personal,
party?
but-
It is like, nothing personal.
This is like the 10th grad party. I got stuff to do on my computer or whatever.
No, I feel that.
No, I'm just kidding.
And it's like, I feel like that's just kind of like a fair weather thing, you know? Like, we're leaving in good terms. Like, I'd love to see you, but like, don't expect to see you. That type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more of a gesture. Like, I'd love to see you. Like, we got something going on in July, and it's like, oh, dude, that'd be sweet to go. Like, it's like a, I don't know. I think
we'll see you at the reunion in 15 years. Type of thing. Yeah.
Very well could.
So something that quarantine definitely brought about me was a home gym.
Yep.
So I was grinding in the home gym throughout the heightened parts of quarantine last, early March to May. Mm-hmm. And Gage, I've seen recently that you started like a fitness page on IG. You want to kind of dive in on what the motivation was on that?
Yeah, of course. So for those of you who don't know extensively, and through past podcast episodes and even YouTube videos, because we started our Average Men's Club channel back in, what was that, 2018?
Yep. 3 years ago, August.
Yeah, about 3 years ago. So you can even find videos of me back then, and like, there's no shame in saying I was big, right? And that's fine. However, like with quarantine,
well, way before that.
I guess way before that, but like I was just like, I needed a new hobby. I was sick of playing video games. Like, self-esteem's low. I was like, man, like in fitness, I've always enjoyed it. It never became a habit, you know? I loved playing sports growing up with my cousins and stuff like that. So, I got really into fitness the past 3 years. Going into 9th grade, I peaked at 200 to 205 pounds. And to someone like you, that wouldn't be bad. But to someone like me, 5'10".
That would be bad. I would probably be extremely skinny if I was at
that's what I'm saying. So so you take the different body types. That obviously means something else per person. But for me, it was bad. 205 pounds for me was bad. 5'10", not a lot of muscle. So between the past 3 years, I went from 205, and on my fitness page, I've done like updates on my scales because I weigh in like every morning. I try to, and I'm at like 149 right now.
Wow, man.
So it was like a solid,
good for you.
Pretty much 50 pounds. And I've loved it. I've loved the fitness journey. It's been amazing. So I started that Instagram page just because, like, there's something, like, internally like motivating about knowing other people are seeing your progress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm necessarily doing it for like attention or like
Sure.
I'm not trying to impress anyone, but there's something about knowing that there's eyes on you and your progress that's just more motivating, right? If I do like a PR on a video, it's fun to know that if I do a new one and it's even 10 pounds more, like, oh, they saw that progress.
Yeah.
They saw, they're not witnessing every hour that I'm in the gym, but they get to see the progress. And it's really fun. I've loved it. I've loved it so much. So I just created a fitness page, just kind of tracking progress.
Shout it out, man. Shout it out.
Gage Bosher Fitness.
Yeah.
You can find it in my Instagram bio on my main, Gage Bosher. So
I'll throw it in the YouTube description as well.
Oh, yeah, man.
there you go. Thank you. No, but God, it's been so fun. Fitness has become a huge, like, hobby of mine. Making, like, diet plans for other people just from my experiences, because I've lived it, right? I've been in other people's shoes. I know exactly what goes, like, through their heads at certain points. There's low points. There's things you don't necessarily understand about fitness. There's myths, and there's, you do 20 crunches a day, you'll get abs. I mean, it's just not true. Like, you got to drop your body fat. It's little things like that, it's like once you understand, like, the past the basics of it, you can really start to reach your goals pretty quick. And that's, I'm very thankful to say that I did, because it's, like, truly life-changing. Like, everything from just, like, confidence to just overall health, doing everyday activities with a 50 extra pounds on you. You throw a 50-pound vest on anyone and you do stuff for a day, it's just hard. You know what I mean? So just little things, when it's hot out, going up a flight of stairs when it's hot doesn't soak my shirt anymore. I sure did in the past. A day like this, I'd be sweating bullets. I mean, it's still pretty hot, but I don't know. So fitness became a huge hobby of mine. And through quarantine, when the gyms closed, it was a pretty hard point because I didn't have a home gym.
Yeah.
So then I started doing, like, just like body weight workouts, which are just nothing like the gym. It's just
nothing like the Iron Clank.
Exactly. Nothing like the Church of Iron, aka Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
But so that was definitely tough to have that break, but obviously understandable. Things needed to close, and a gym especially. I mean, at the peak of COVID, where are you gonna get that easier than a gym with sweat and people breathing hard? So I completely understood. But then I was really excited when they came back to normal, and it's been opened up for quite a while.
Yep.
So do you write your own workouts and stuff, or do you have?
Yeah. There's a few, like, content creators or like lifters type things, like on Instagram and like YouTube, that I love to follow. I just, like, respect their, like, routines and their lifestyles. Like, I would trust their, like, opinion, because just like their physiques and, like, just their overall, like, happiness and stuff. And, like, some workouts that they do, like, I still don't do because, like, it's just not comfortable for my body type. Like, I don't really do, like, conventional deadlifts or anything, because my torso is, I forgot if it was really long or really short, but some dude was like, you're gonna have a tough time. Like, he was, like, a trainer at Gold's. He's like, you're gonna have a tough time. Like, you have to really get good form because you're gonna, like, wreck your back. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So I just there's certain things I stick away from, but so I've taken things from, like, their routines that I've really loved. Like, they'll do, like, I follow a routine of push pull legs on that's just on repeat. Like, I don't take rest days unless I'm sore, but I obviously don't go every day because I have stuff to do and stuff. But so I'll just, like, watch one of their videos. This is my routine. I'll be like, oh, I like that. I want to try that. And I've gotten to the point where, like, I have, like, a really solid routine down. So
Good, man.
I've just kind of been shifting to trying to help others or help other friends, help family, because I've lived it, and it's a passion of mine. So it doesn't feel like a hobby to like tell people what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing.
So is that something you're gonna pursue with college then?
I've actually thought about that quite, like, extensively. So I was talking to one of my good buddies at the gym one time, and he was like, you could go for kinesiology.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was like, wow, like, I never really thought about that. I never thought of being in the fitness industry as a job,
Yeah.
But I mean, if there's always, like, that cheesy stuff where it's like, if you love your job, you don't work a day. It would be like that. I mean, I truly do love it. So it'd be awesome. It's definitely in the back of my mind. I'm just gonna kind of test the waters, with different careers and stuff. But I would not doubt if that's a path that I take.
Man.
So it's been awesome. And you got something that you're playing with. You want?
Yeah, I'm trying. It's got a little wet
pre-recording. Jackson did a nice smack.
So I'm trying to, like, keep it together. Yeah. But I've been playing around with this smelling salt. And so for those of you that don't know, it's kind of a good segue here. Exercise and a lot of sports. For a little bit of extra boost, there's these little smelling salt packets that you crack open, and you sniff it up, and it kind of lets you laser focus.
Yeah, it gives you a huge
it
boost.
It
of
zings you up, and then it kind of keeps you in, is what I like to say.
Yep.
But yeah, it's basically just something really smelly that gets you going, and we've used it in many different sports. But Gage said he had a PR with it once.
I did PR with it.
Yeah. Sometimes you can pull and push a little more heavy with
it
something a little smelly underneath the nose. So,
yeah.
Jackson, I think you should crack it.
It's only a one-time use?
For the most
do we
part.
have a plastic bag? Because if we had a plastic bag, we could crack it, have everybody sniff it, put it back in, and then we could smell the bag. And usually
like a grocery bag?
Yeah.
Or like a Ziploc?
Like a Ziploc bag.
Probably a Ziploc.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll pause. We'll pause.
Right.
Let's see if you can do it without yelling. That's kind of like my
Yeah.
So like if you like just crack it, you'll see.
I don't. Okay.
Just
you gotta
crack
give it a good.
You might want to take those headphones off because you'll lean in here. You're smelling after him.
Okay. What?
So crack it. You'll hear it pop, and then just hold it. Pass it to Gage. He'll sniff. Then I'll sniff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. It must be a dud.
No, it smelled.
Oh yeah. Keep passing it.
Keep going. Come on.
Now do it hard, Jackson. Ah!
I don't know.
Bag it. That's not the strongest one I've ever had.
Oh my god.
Dude, like it wrecked my left eye.
How was that? So Jackson's a first timer here. That's why we kind of picked on you to do it first.
Oh.
Did it hit you?
In the
hit
nose,
home?
for sure.
We'll come back to the bag.
All right.
Because the smell will stay in the bag, and it kind of builds. So hopefully there's no hole in here, but it's a good feeling though, isn't it?
I don't have a weight by me. I don't need pressure weight.
Yeah. It's a very nostalgic feeling for me.
Uh-huh.
So that's, you crack that before you hit.
Oh, dude, it wrecked my eye. My eye started watering instantly.
I attribute one of my best football drives of my life to a really good smelling. So,
just running through a brick wall.
I literally went and tackled the running back 4 plays in a row in the backfield.
Now, what can go wrong with that?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Okay, well,
it could be really not that strong.
Mm.
What were you gonna say?
Well, like what Hank was telling me one time is like these are literally used medically. That if you're passed out unconscious, they snap them and shove them in your nose because it shocks you awake.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like it says on the thing, it's like 35% alcohol, 15% ammonia. Like the smelliest shit. It smells horrible.
Yeah.
But it just boosts your adrenaline. It's like, oh god, it's crazy though.
Locks you in, man.
Locks you in.
I'm ready to do an auction.
All right, let's do it.
No, I'm kidding. One better here, now better. But yeah, those are smelling salts, and we kind of had planned to do them on the podcast. Big Cat and PFT from Barstool do them before their podcast, like every podcast. And so I said, like, don't do the scream thing because everybody will pop them and normally give like a whoo type of thing, like woo, man. But this PFT guy pops it and goes like, and that's all he did. He literally did that. And I'm like, that had to be a dud. And then the guy takes it from his hand. He's like, is this a dud? And he goes, oh my God, that's not a dud. What the heck is wrong with you? He's like, I like smelling salts, man. So I guess, I mean, like you said, what could go wrong? I mean, you could do them too much.
Yeah.
Maybe become dependent on a smelling salt. I don't know.
Yeah, that boost.
Yeah.
That's like an espresso in your nose.
Man.
Might affect me even more because I don't know if I've told you this or not, but I haven't had soda in probably a year and a half at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Diet?
If you don't mind me asking, just for choice.
Well, when I was hitting up Memorial, mostly sophomore year, I'd hit the T-Bell almost constantly.
Yep.
And, well, you can go inside. Your soda is basically free. It comes with, like, every meal.
Yeah.
You're going to get refills. You know?
Yeah.
So I was on, like, 2 or 3 every lunch. And then we'd have, go out to eat 2 times a week. And now I'm drinking fucking 20 cups of soda. So it was like, it was the one thing I was willing to cut out.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's unrealistic for me to like. I'm not going to McDonald's like 2 times a month.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's unrealistic. How about no soda?
Yeah.
So
Good
that's
for you, man.
Yeah.
No, that was a huge thing when I started dieting, like way back when. That was like one of the first things I cut was
sodas
and fast food.
I'm bad with sodas, man.
Yeah.
But you're on the LaCroix grind.
See, usually I don't. Usually if I go to fast food, I get a lemonade.
Yeah.
So that's normally like the fallback. But everyone, especially these grad parties, I didn't even think about it. It's been the grad parties. It's been the grad
You
parties.
can point the finger.
Because no one has LaCroix at a grad party.
No.
So what am I supposed to drink? Water, or I'm supposed to drink a soda?
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'll mix in waters and sodas.
It's in water.
Just all water.
I still don't like LaCroix. I'm not drinking it.
Yeah.
It's just water.
And then
That's
the
all.
other thing too is I'm a sucker for a good root beer, and half these grad parties have like craft
On tap.
keg root beers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I'm like, the heck? I
Yeah.
have to.
You can't not.
No one else is
should
drinking
be-
it. Why shouldn't
It
I?
should be illegal to refuse keg root beer.
Oh my gosh.
Any
it's
brand.
so good.
So good.
No, yeah, and you're right too. No matter what the brand is.
Yeah.
Mayor, this is a controversial Wisconsin topic. If you go to Culver's and you get root beer, no ice cubes ever. That's the only soda. Never.
That
ice
is
cubes.
true.
I know, it's
Now-
weird.
When I got it, I would always say include the ice cubes. What do you put ice cubes in your root beer? Is my question.
I would. I don't really care that
Yeah.
much.
I know, I would too.
But I do like when they don't put ice in my drinks, because what these fast food chains do is they fill up your entire cup with ice. So then you're really only getting like this, like 2 sips of what the
Yeah.
actual drink is, and then it's just all ice. And so I'm like, sometimes I just ask for no ice if I really want the whole drink. And that's why I like going in now again and asking for a fountain drink, and you can
customize.
yeah,
it.
you can customize your amount of ice. You don't get a full thing of ice with it. So yeah.
I actually like the ice more.
You like more ice.
I like chew. I chew.
So
on
you like
ice.
getting ripped
You're not
off.
supposed to, right? Yeah, I chew on ice all the time.
Oh, you're
Every
not supposed to chew on ice?
No, it's like bad for your teeth or some bull
What?
crap like that. But I do it every time.
I've never known that. I thought it was like fine to chew on
If
ice.
ice is considered a food, that's probably one of my favorites. Like top 10 would be ice.
No, Jackson just on the other side of this wall has a nugget ice machine. Nugget ice, you know, like
So good.
That's what Culver's has, no? Nugget ice?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah.
it the big ones with the big holes?
No, it's the
those
crunchy
little-
one.
Yeah.
It's like the semi.
Chick-fil-A too.
Yup. Yeah. It is literally insane. The nugget ice goes so hard. That is one where like you could just have a cup of that and just.
So do you like slushies and ices and everything
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Big
Summer
time.
Snow. Where's Summer Snow been, man?
I don't know.
Well, they changed that. They changed that gas station where it was before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it would still be there or not.
Speaking of which, have you guys been to the new Hy-Vee gas
I have
station?
not. It looks really nice.
No.
Very nice. Like it competes with Quick Trip. It's like new. It's newer feeling than Quick Trip, so I
Yeah.
think that's why I get such a rush. But like, I think I've gone 4 days in a row to that.
For what? For like.
I just run in there. You know,
Do you get,
I
like,
could go.
lunch?
I could go get hot Chinese food at that restaurant right there. There's hot like orange chicken and fried rice.
At
Ready,
Hy-Vee?
ready to go. $7 in a bowl.
Wait, at Hy-Vee?
Yeah, at that Hy-Vee
awesome.
gas station.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I bet it goes.
They have a little cafe like in the back, like where you can order quesadillas and burgers and.
Oh wow.
Well, too bad we already graduated.
I know.
Dude, and then they're gonna even have the big one back on the other side of that. And you know what's going in that? A Wahlburgers.
Really?
You ever heard of Wahlburgers?
Yeah. Weird. I didn't
Apparently
know that.
that's going in the Hy-Vee.
That's
so-
sweet.
And now there's a Panda Express going in.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's going in Hy-Vee?
Right across the street.
Okay,
Across.
that's what I thought.
You know what I thought was weird about that Hy-Vee? So it was the Kmart before. They demoed the whole thing, and then they rotated the
I
building
know.
90 degrees and rebuilt it.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the parking lot was in the front before,
Yeah.
facing the street, and they turned it. I don't know why you would...
They basically eliminated the parking lot for Milwaukee Burger.
Yeah,
right
they
there, though,
boxed
didn't
them
they just
completely out.
boxed them
Yeah.
in.
They alphaed up Milwaukee Burger. They're just...
And if they're gonna have a Wahlburger in there, man, ooh, not
know what?
good.
That's fine, though. 'cause
Competition.
Milwaukee Burger is always, like, too busy.
Yeah, yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
Why is
I don't
it?
know.
Milwaukee
just-
Burger and Texas Roadhouse. It's
I
like
know, they'll
Jesus.
never die. They will never die.
And it just is weird because like for my family at least, we're not like, oh, let's go to Milwaukee Burger like every week and it's like
No.
super busy.
Yeah.
Same with Texas Roadhouse. Like we go like twice a year to Texas
I know, that's
Roadhouse.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
And it's just always so damn busy.
I know.
Those buns.
And they're
though.
really not anything special.
The buns though. The buns.
Okay,
are
the
something
buns and the
special.
cinnamon butter,
And that
those
maybe
are
that,
special.
man, my face is burnt. And I'm sweating here and I'm trying to wipe it off and I just touched my nose and
Is
it's
this
like,
raw?
what the? Yeah, it is. It's like,
What the?
the huh? But man, competition. You're right. Wahlburgers and Milwaukee Burger. We'll see what goes down.
Northern Tap House has been a new highlight in my life.
That spot is good.
I know.
I only went there because I had a coupon there.
Uh-huh.
And then I had to go back. I liked it.
Yeah, no, it was
They
good.
have, they have great boneless wings.
You know what else they have? Tap root beer.
Oh,
Yep. But yeah, they do have really good boneless wings, and they had a good fish fry that one
Nice.
Friday I went. Yeah,
that's
Northern
really
Tap
close
House.
to my house too.
Yeah, I got it to go with a couple buddies a couple days ago. And we got like 4 different types of boneless wings. We couldn't tell any of them apart, but they were all super good.
Really, they all
Yeah.
like tasted the same.
Well, no, they didn't all taste the same. I just like the flavors weren't strong enough to really know what every flavor was.
Okay.
When you kind of mix them all together.
Mm-hmm.
But they were still super good. Like all of them were good.
Yeah.
It's not like the. I'm not even gonna do it. There's some places that it's like all breading, right? It's like
Yeah.
mostly.
Wild Wings.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
it.
No,
but-
let's say it. Let's hate on Buffalo Wild
Yeah,
Wings
how
because it's
will
not
people
good.
man up and get bone-in wings?
Okay, I will get bone-in wings from Buffalo Wild Wings
Yeah.
probably 9 days out of 10 versus getting the boneless wings from there. Their
Let's
boneless
just hope
wings
that you're
are
not at
trash.
Buffalo Wild Wings at all and you go to a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northern Tap House has a much better wing.
Fucking chicken nuggets with sauce. That's all they are. They're not wings. God.
Overpriced chicken nuggets with sauce. That's why I only go when they get, like, the only time I ever was going to Buffalo Wild Wings was the buy one, get one free
Yep.
boneless
That
wings.
okay, that's a good deal.
Because you
Can't
get a
deny it.
bunch of chicken for free.
Yeah, and it's
for
not like you're
basically
ordering
free.
fresh chicken. They're breaded, or they're breaded. The chicken is breaded in Argentina. You're not
Yeah.
getting.
Is it really?
I don't know, but probably.
It's I mean, it comes in.
It's coming in a Totino Rolls pizza bag,
Yeah,
and
literally.
they're putting it in a toaster oven,
Yeah.
and they're serving it to you for $10 with a
Yeah.
mediocre amount of fries. You're gonna pay $10 for that?
It's to go watch the game, man.
They
to
do
go
have
watch
about
the game.
55 flat screen TVs in there, so
You know what? I actually don't like that as much. The incredible amount of flat screen TVs.
it's absurd. Jackson's on a rant.
He
I know.
is.
The smelling
He's
salt.
on such a rant. He just pulled Argentina out of nowhere
Yeah.
and just used that to say that's where they're breading the chicken.
Because, like, when you're trying to eat... Like, if we were at a dinner table right now at Buffalo Wild Wings, all of our eyes would be floating up there.
Oh, yeah.
There's like no conversation
no
to be had because there's a
conversation at
million
all.
things popping up on the screen.
Let me go grab my iPad. I'm going to play poker on the screen.
Yeah.
real quick.
They have those game pads.
Yeah, they do.
You can play poker and trivia on the TVs and get free wings and
Those
stuff.
are such gimmicks, dude. You tap on the screen once and it charges you like $2 for games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you only have seconds to refute it. Otherwise, you're playing Spider-Man versus Mysterio Rush.
Yeah.
In this 2D sprite game from 2001. You just blew $2 on it. I'm not a fan of those.
You're not a fan of Buffalo Wild Wings, as
Yeah.
we've seen over
Oh,
the last 2
Smelling
minutes.
That is
salts
true.
and Buffalo Wild Wings got Jackson amped
Well, it
the
just
fuck
makes
up.
you feel like garbage every time you eat it.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, the amount of
Like
salt.
hard.
I will say it is like unlike any restaurant where I wake up at like the 3 a.m. thirsties. If you had Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner, dude, your mouth is gone. It is desert sand. You need so much water. You need to like triple hydrate. The sodium in those wings.
Maybe we're the wrong age, though, man, because it's always advertised that you go for wings and beer. I think my lips are burnt.
They do look a little red.
They do.
They feel weird right
And
now.
you've been licking them like the Joker.
Oh, my God. Speaking of the Joker. Okay. Good. We're having good segues today on this show.
Even if none of them make sense.
So
Yeah.
I'll have to get the video from somewhere. This is so funny. I don't know how this happened. So baseball season, right? We had a game last night, big playoff win.
Yep.
I wear eye black, so I underneath the eyes I put a pretty hefty amount of eye black. Last night I
What
was
is
watching.
that actually for?
People say like a bunch of different stuff. a lot of people just do it for the look. But it actually reduces the glare from like light off your face.
Yep. Okay.
And so I'm kind of a squinter anyways. Sure. I put that stuff on and it took the squint like right away.
Sure.
So
okay.
I actually find it useful and I think it looks kind of cool.
All right. All right.
Yeah, but anyways, I was washing it off last night, and I started to get a bloody nose, and it kept gushing, and then like this whole line of my face was bloody, and I don't know if we can put the video in because I'll have to get the video from somewhere else. But I was washing my face, and it gets all bloody. But it's kind of like a bluish face wash because it's white and black, so it kind of looks blue in the video. And I have this line of blood that's running down my face, and it was the funniest looking thing ever.
Do you want to text that to me? I might have to censor it a little bit, but I can still.
Yeah, I'll see if we can put it in the video.
Yeah.
But then my brother was sitting right there, and he's like, dude, just get in the shower and wipe it off. I'm like, no, I look kind of funny right now.
Yeah.
And then he was like, dude, seriously, get in the shower. And I'm like, well, how about I put a smile on that face?
You want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah. So let me find Jackson here. But anyways, I don't even know what we were talking about before.
The cabin.
Yeah. Oh, yes, the cabin. Why don't you tell him a little bit about it, Jackson?
All right. Well, we got a big, I don't know if we'll call it AMC, but we got an AMC type reunion coming up this summer. We all scheduled ourselves a couple weeks to plan this huge video project. We're renting out a place. We're doing some Deadly Darts themed activities. We're combining this little ant on the wall. We're combining the podcast and the AMC to create an incredible episodic event of the century.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
With all of yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
That gets me hyped up, just that alone. But maybe we'll have to do a couple different hype videos and hype it up.
100%.
And we will do that and slowly roll out what the plan will be. But yeah, look for some exciting stuff towards the late parts of July here.
Mm-hmm.
I think recording near the
yeah,
end of July.
we'll be yeah. So once we get there, man, that's when the hype train really starts because we can put some different stuff out on the social medias and the first episodic program from Sandler Entertainment. Hopefully one of many.
It'll be the biggest AMC video we've ever done with the highest budget, with the most production quality. We're renting out a place. We're renting cameras.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm obviously in tune with all the behind the scenes stuff because I'm a part of it. And I cannot stress enough that if you haven't tuned into our YouTube channel up until now, I'll let you go harm-free. But when these episodes start rolling out, you are doing yourself an injustice by not watching these because I just know how good this project's going to go. Because we're meshing podcasting and a challenge video all into one where I don't want to get too much into it because I just don't want to spoil anything. But all I do know is that it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be an absolute blast to film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the fun part of it, too, is we get to take a weekend to film something fun and then turn it into something that looks good, too.
Yeah, the thing that does suck is recording it at the end of July, first week of August, around there. But I don't think it'll be out before we're all gone. Yeah. We won't have time to celebrate.
Yeah.
Which will suck, but we'll still find a way to premiere it. We could do YouTube as the live premieres.
Yeah.
But it'll be a huge summer project, and we're planning it. We got a call right after this to keep planning this thing.
Yep, we do.
Yeah.
I'm loving it, dude.
Yeah. No,
I'm so excited.
It's insanely exciting. Got very professional-esque. Very fast. It was at first it started as a video idea, and then it just slowly started snowballing into this is going to be a great production. So
yeah, because we started thinking of the idea probably beginning of quarantine.
Yeah,
that's kind of right around when we fizzled out the AMC stuff because it didn't really work to record it. Mm-hmm. And that's when we started the podcast, obviously.
Yeah, but
it's always been in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. So we gotta blow this project out of the water, and oh my I can't wait.
I know, it's so exciting.
Well, dude, even like the first time I stepped in to do the AMC podcast, like that production blew my mind, and then we keep just climbing the ladder up and up, and you just keep going.
And it's gonna be more than just one step on the ladder from
yeah.
anything we've ever done. It's gonna be like 5.
Yeah.
It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So I'm pumped, and everyone listening should be pumped too, because I promise you, it's not gonna miss.
And we'll keep putting stuff out slowly, just as it gets closer and closer.
Yep.
Obviously, if anyone listening is following our Instagram or Snapchat, I'm sure they'll see half the recordings on there.
Yeah. So.
Gager, thanks for coming on the podcast today, man. It's always a blast to have you. It's been more of a blast to be back in the podcast and in the setting type of the 715
No, absolutely.
after the kind of long break that we've had. So thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me, always, boys.
And we got plenty more coming. You don't have to wait.
There you go.
7 more weeks.
Yep.
Whatever.
Getting back on schedule, recording plans, and gonna keep rolling them out because, man, we ain't fizzling out. We will not need the bag.
We will not need the bag.